I began to spend time at these Wednesday meetings with the violence interrupters, these men and women, all formerly of the street, who for whatever reason have taken a different path. I mean, they all have a kind of second act in life. And at these meetings, these individuals, mostly men, but some women as well, they would talk about what was going on in their communities, the disputes that were simmering beneath the surface. It was this incredible window onto the city, onto this particular corner of the city. And then, of course, I was really intrigued by the personal stories of these men and women sitting around the table, how they got to where they are today. So I ended up spending 3 months with the Interrupters and wrote a piece, cover story for the New York Times Magazine. And I've been a longtime friend of Steve James, who's this terrific film director. He directed Hoop Dreams. But we got to talking about this piece, and the story came out, and Steve called me that Sunday and said, you know, this could make a terrific documentary.
Once we lay this brother down in the ground, we got work to do.
Jesse Smith got shot in a retaliation for another student that got shot. But it wasn't Jesse that did the shooting.
The family has to heal, and we have work to do.
And Steve and I were interested not so much in making a film that was about a program, but rather to really a film that would somehow probe in hopefully a deep and profound way the violence in our cities, to begin to understand it and hopefully offer some promise. The narrative spine of this was that, or narrative conceit was that it was a year in the life of a city. A year in the life of these three interrupters as they went about their work in their neighborhoods. We knew from the get-go that we wanted to spend time with Amina Matthews. I mean, one, she was one of the few women there. And she's a force of nature. I mean, she's just, when she's out there, she does whatever it takes. There's a moment where she and her husband and members of his mosque are at a vigil for a young man who's been killed and shot in his car while sitting in his car on the south side. And while they're there, a group of the deceased friends are coming by, and it's clear they're coming by because they're looking for revenge. They're, you can see the swagger in these guys. And Amina turns to her husband and says, I need to go over here, just give me a minute. And she goes over to these guys, and they're rapt. I mean, she's got their absolute full attention.
2 o'clock in the afternoon when these babies coming home from school, y'all shoot. For real? This is unacceptable for me to be holding this young man's obituary. Schools, churches, your mama's house, your cars, those are safe zones. And when I was about your age, I was making some real stupid decisions and some stupid calls that was causing me, my life, blood on my hands, and my head.
I've had people ask me, so was that scripted? But it's Amina. I mean, she's just incredible. And I have no doubt that she kept them from going out and causing some harm that day. And I came to realize the profound impact one individual can have, and that sometimes it seems so simple. I mean, it was clear with the Interrupters, for instance, that one of the things that they offered people is that they listened. And they listened without passing judgment. And as a result, they listened with the sense that they believed in these people who had come to them. And you can see in the film, I mean, not everybody they touch do they have an impact on, but so many of the people that they come and they encounter, it's clear that they have some effect on their lives.